Hi everyone, my name is Aurora and welcome to this video. As you can see, I'm holding my laptop today, which means something new, because I just wanted to share with you some thoughts about political statements made on Met Gala 2021. So let's dive right into it, shall we? I'm gonna rate the outfits by two things. One is the political aspect of it all, what is the message, how well was it received, and was it even necessary? And the second aspect is the fashion aspect, of which I will just talk about, do I even think the piece itself is something wearable or is just a huge miss, but the political statement of it just saved it. So let's see, shall we? Okay, so first things first, we have Alexandria Ortiz-Cortez, famous for her grand Green New Deal. I love that woman. I have nothing to do with American politics, but I just think that people like her will probably be someone who is very influential going forward into the new decade of the 21st century. And I just hope that more people in her, status and role that they have in the society will follow her lead. She wore this lovely wedding dress, I would say, made by my, how would you say it in English, a person who has the same name as you, Aurora James. And the dress by itself is just a wedding dress. I don't think it's suited for Met Gala. It looks a bit, too simple. So I would give it, for the fashion part, 6. I'm sorry, Aurora James, but you maybe should have done a better job with that part. But, however, the simple dress is not so simple when you think about this whole thing that is happening in the back that tags the rich note. I think that it is amazing, and for that reason I think that even though the dress itself will be given 6 for, for how simple it looks, because of the statement, I think that this dress is 10 out of 10. Honestly, I am a sociologist and historian and anthropologist, and I know what taxes are, what are they for, what they should be for. Of course, that is far away from the truth of corrupted politicians, of spoiled little rich people and things like that, but she didn't say eat the rich, which would also be something very appropriate and something that people like Kristen Leo love to say, but tax the rich is really reasonable. I honestly can't think of a single reason why you shouldn't tax the rich, why you shouldn't tax anyone, but especially the rich, so there is that. Did you know that Elon Musk is doing something for the distribution of wealth? Apparently he made an AI that is just for doing the investments, but so that it ends in a way that the wealth is distributed from the 1% of the whole population that has more than 50% of all the wealth in the world. And maybe this Robin Hood-like thing will actually help us in the future. I don't know, no one has ever done something like that. Marx talked about it a lot in his work, but that never actually happened. So I'm really interested to see what will happen when we actually tax the rich according to their wealth, so that they can give back to the community that they thrived on. Because in the end, if we help the others, we help ourselves, because it's better that all of us are lifted for one step ahead than just one of us being lifted 10 steps ahead while the others stay on the ground. So keep that in mind, please. And I don't understand all the haters who said that Alexandria didn't use her appearance at Met Gala appropriately, that she used it for agenda. I think that this is something that we should all stand behind. This is really in her spirit. It is not inappropriate, it is just down her alley. This is a just cute little message that spread more rapidly in these few last days since the Met Gala than her speeches did before, so I think this was really effective, so 10 out of 10 for that. Now, Alexandria wasn't the only politician at the Met Gala, which is of course normal because politicians have to endorse cultural events such as Met Gala. This woman was a queen, honestly. You know, I expected something from Alexandria Cortez, but this congresswoman is something else entirely, and I just love her for it. Her name is Caroline Maloney. She had this amazing colored gown that looks like something an emperor in Star Wars would wear if they were gay. Maybe even, you know, Star Trek villain or something like that. The colors and all that were just horrible. I would never even think about wearing something like this. But it's giving that, you know, academic vibe and all that, and the evil empress of the galaxy far, far away and all that. So I will give it a 4 out of 10. Don't hate me. I mean, she looks cute in that outfit, but I can't. But this dress is just not a dress. It is actually a political statement on which she says she wants equal rights for women. And I applaud her for that. She also had this cute little purse that says "Era Yes," which is something that suffragettes used 100 years ago, and it's a bit sad that we are struggling for the same rights for 100 years and not a lot of things have changed. But that's why we have people like her who actually don't mind using their body as a political statement. For that, I will give her a 10 out of 10 for the political statement. Then we have Cara Delevingne. Now, I don't like Cara. I know that's a quite unpopular opinion. I mean, she's a good model and interesting looking and all that, but I never clicked with her on any of her commercials or acting roles or whatever. She looks like a girl next door who got famous for her looks, and that's okay, you know, kudos for her. I don't know what bothers me about her, but I just don't like her. However, I mean, this statement that she made is something to applaud her for. I think even though the outfit itself is a bit horrible, the outfit itself looks like you are defending the Republic in the galaxy far, far away. But first you have to go to the Met Gala, and then afterwards you have to peg down the patriarchy. I don't understand the vest. I don't know if she wanted to embody the Miss Smith from Mr. and Mrs. Smith, so she has that bulletproof vest, or is she just calling on for battling the patriarchal values and actions of today's world? I mean, I love the pants, they're amazing, and I love to see the pantsuit or something like that on a red carpet, especially something huge like Met Gala, because I don't think that women should only wear dresses to look pretty, that they can look pretty in anything, and you know, Cara pulled off those pants perfectly. However, as I said, the vest is just not working for me, so I'll give her 5 out of 10 for the outfit itself. But for the note, I will give her 9 out of 10. You know, I agree with the statement "Peg the patriarchy," because we just don't need patriarchy in our lives to make it better. It actually makes our life a whole lot worse, not for the women, but also for the men, who are the victims of the toxic masculinity as well. But you can't have capitalism without patriarchy, because it all relies on having one part of the world or one part of the community lower to the status of animals, and that would be women and underprivileged men, like, you know, people of color, like poor people, people who live in underdeveloped countries, people who live in the industrial zones and things like that. Capitalism just needs people who are down so that it can exploit them. And for that reason, I believe strongly, if we want to do the thing that Alexandria wants to do, and that is basically to crash capitalism, then we also need to crash the patriarchy as well, because it just goes hand in hand. One relies on the other, or as that Harry Potter quote goes, one must die by the hand of the other because neither can live, blah, blah. This is the opposite. The patriarchy and capitalism, the only way for them to survive is so that the other survives as well. So if you crash the one, you will crash the other, but the best thing to do is crash the both in the same time and just, you know, collapse the whole society. I think that would end great. I'm kidding, of course. Revolutions like that aren't something to, aspire for, because in the midst of chaos a lot of people get hurt, really not because they have to, and we don't need something like that. We can be progressive and reform our civilization and the human race step by step, but one of the first steps should definitely be paying patriarchy. We said that her outfit is 9 out of 10 on the scale of political correctness, because I think that she could perhaps do more. I don't know what Cara does in her everyday life, if maybe she's an advocate for feminism, for women's rights, or whatever it is, but it just seems a little too little, like she did it just for for the press and not for actually the message itself. Now we go to this woman who actually did more than she said she would. She not only did a political statement, she actually made a change using her power as a young and rising star. Her name is of course Billie Eilish, and she stand in this gown that didn't have a political statement on it, but it did have an act of activism behind it. And that is, Billie approached Oscar de la Renta and told him, straight face, I would wear your gown if you commit to losing animal fur in your production. And they actually said yes. Why? Because money talks. Oscar de la Renta knows that a lot of money will come from all the press coverage of this. He just has to do it. If he wants to keep the money of all the vegans, of all the ethical consumption people and people in sustainable fashion and all that jazz, he just have to change his ways. And he did, and we just have to thank Billie for that, because that is how you use your power. Either you use it to make the change yourself, to be someone who is an idol to all of the other people in the industry to aspire to, or you use your status and your power to say to someone else, if you want to work with me, you will have to oblige to my rules, and my rules are ethical and sustainable. So I think that's amazing. For the political statement, I give her 9 out of 10, because people didn't know momentarily what happened. They knew when the press coverage came. And the dress itself, I will give it 8 out of 10. I love this Billie's new look, old Hollywood glamour, if you will. She is our 21st century Marilyn Monroe, but she's breaking more traditions, I think, than Marilyn did. So I applaud her for that. Thank you, Billie. You are amazing, and I hope that the future will be safe in the hands of your generation. I just think that kids these days, that Generation Alpha and all that, they're going someplace. I don't know where, but I'm hopeful. I wasn't hopeful when I was myself in high school. My generation didn't seem too concerned with this all. But when I started my teaching practice last year and talked to the kids these days, I realized that some of them are, of course, not interested in politics and all that, but I see that spark of change in them. I see that they are not just blindly following the trends and saying what their parents said before them or that their parents said before them, but they are starting to think with their own heads, and I love them for that. Now we have some geographical political statements, or ethnical political statements, if you will, or LGBT rights political statements. That's also amazing. First is this woman. I have no idea who she is. I don't follow the scene. She's called Witty. You tell me in the comments down below how it's pronounced, please. Anyway, she's this American rapper who is proud of her Black American and Filipino heritage. So she wore a dress that has a Filipino and the Black American heritage flag. I honestly wouldn't be able to tell that that was the case if it wasn't stated in the press, but I think that's amazing. I think that if you're someone of mixed heritage of any kind, either being on this local micro level, or you're the child of the world, if you will. I think that it's amazing to cherish the places and the people that you come from. I think that it's amazing to be proud of the culture that you're a part of, and I think that being a part of one culture doesn't mean you can't be a part of the other culture, because we are all actually the same when it comes down to it. I am, as I said, a historian, sociologist, and anthropologist, and I know what are some, if you will, sociological facts that are just true, no matter in which country you are, in which community, of which race, of which language tree. We are actually all the same beneath, we are all human, we all love the same things, we all just want to survive and have fun while we're at it. And so I love that she actually included that heritage into her gown, that she promoted in that way the unity of her family. So for the political statement, I will give her 8 out of 10, just because for me, it wasn't apparent at the beginning, before reading the articles and all that. But for the dress, I mean, seriously. I will give her 3 out of 10 for the dress. When you think about her culture and the fact that she's a rapper and how the female rappers these days dress, she's cut for it. I mean, she doesn't look out of place or anything, but personally, I don't like the dress. It has these weird cutouts at the most unflattering of places. I would never wear something like that. I like the shoes. I had a Barbie with shoes like that once. But now let's talk about one of my favorite people in that famous Hollywood world, and that is Dan Levy. I mean, I love him so much. Him and his dad, they are all just perfect. Of course, Schitt's Creek is an amazing show, one of my favorites really. I love that Canadian humor and all that jazz. Dan is apparently a gay icon, which I think suits him a lot. I think that it was time for the LGBTIQ community to have a superhero of their own. Honestly, he actually looks like a superhero. He looks like he's ready to fight the patriarchy. He's ready to fight the gender roles, the expectations, and traditional norms and values. And I love him for that. He's wearing this, I don't know what would that be. I mean, it looks a bit like a vulva, I'm not gonna lie, those sleeves, what's happening there, but I appreciate it. I would never put something like that on myself, but somehow it works on him. For the outfit itself, I will give him, a 7 out of 10. I don't like the shoes, mostly. I think that's the worst part. I think the white shoes would maybe go best with that, maybe white loafers of some kind. Yeah, I think that would be cute, but this, I don't know, it looks like he's going snowboarding afterwards, so no. But the piece on the front, that is the political statement, actually, that geographical political statement that we mentioned before, is a map of the world. Kind of looks like US, Mexico and Canada. He's a Canadian actor living in America, if I'm not mistaken. The maps are actually two men who are kissing, and it's so damn cute and I love it. This is amazing. This political statement isn't just political statement. It is, everybody has a right to love whoever they want to love, and they have the right to embrace it, and also we have that symbolism of kissing countries, so we should all, get together and collaborate on making this world a better place, not excluding people, discriminating against them, or harming them in any way just because they're a bit different than us, because after all we are all the same beneath it all. But this is not just the words, this is just not the symbolism, this is actually the work of fighting against AIDS, which is a big problem and something that should be taken care of, not something that should be put under the rug or spoken quietly about it because it's so scary and we shouldn't talk about it and creepy. No, it is a disease Some people are more affected by it than the others. We need to find a way to help them without discriminating against them, so keep that in mind, please. Then we have the infamous or famous, I'm not quite sure, I'm not following that community, Nikki tutorials. Nikki the Jaeger, she is a beauty guru. I'm not really familiar with her. As you can see, I'm not wearing any makeup right now, and I was never someone who loved to watch beauty videos and follow the beauty community and beauty YouTubers, Instagrammers and things like that. It's just not something down my alley, so I'm not quite familiar with Nikki. She has something to do with transgender people. I'm not gonna go into all that because, as I said, I don't know, I don't want to say something wrong. I just want to say that she wore this beautiful dress that looks like something a Disney princess would wear. I'm definitely sure of it. And I would give the dress itself a 7 out of 10. It would be more if that bow wasn't so funeral-like. Sorry. I understand that they had to make room for the statement in this outfit, but I just don't think that this was the best choice. The flower crown and all the flower details are just so damn cute and I love it. The political statement in it all is that bow, as I mentioned, that says "pay it no mind." And it is apparently about breaking the established gender roles. Again, a story about pushing for tolerance, against discrimination, and for acceptance and equity between all people, which is something amazing, and I will give it an 8 out of 10. Then we have this beautiful woman, Yara Shahidi. I hope that's how it's pronounced. Please, once again, if I mispronounce something, let me know in the comments down below so that I can learn and be better next time. She's an editor-in-chief of Teen Vogue, and she had this amazing dress. I love the details on it, I love the pattern. It just looks so ethnical and rich. I don't have the other word for it than rich. I love the colors, and for the outfit itself and the haircut and all that, I will give her an 8 out of 10. You know what? Scrap that. 9 out of 10. She had this Toblerone looking purse that said "Protect Roe, kill the filibuster." As you all know, if you follow the American politics, Texas just passed this horrible abortion ban law that effectively discriminates against all abortion policies in the country. It allows women to only, if I'm not mistaken, have a safe abortion up until the 8th week of the pregnancy, while most women don't actually find out they're even pregnant until that same week. So a lot of the cases will just be too late, and a lot of women will have to have children that I don't want to, and also will have a boost in illegal abortions that can end up fatal. You know, keep that in mind whenever you're thinking about abortion laws. The fact that banning the abortion doesn't make abortion less apparent. Women have always done abortions and will always do them, but it just creates an unsafe place for it all, a place where things can go wrong, a place where, as I said, things can get fatal for all of the parties included. So I want to congratulate this woman for having the audacity to speak about that specific problem. As much as I know about American history and American culture and society today, Texas today seems, you know, out of place and out of touch with the thing that should be happening actually, and I hope that soon things will change there, that someone, you know, with conscience will actually get in the place of power and do something about it. And then we have this woman who I also don't know who it is. Her name is Megan Rapino. She is apparently a soccer star. I don't follow sports at all. Then I definitely don't follow soccer, and then unfortunately I also don't follow women's soccer. I mean, I've heard that they're good, they had their winnings and all that, but just sports and soccer in general is not my cup of tea. But when it comes to her outfit, the outfit itself, 9 out of 10. I would wear this outfit today if you gave it to me. It is amazing. It is super appropriate for any occasion. I think that wearing this outfit, you could go to the Christmas dinner, to the office on the Monday, to the school, to the meeting with the boss, to the dinner with your friends, anything or anywhere you want to go, you could go wearing this outfit. It's just so damn perfect. I love the fit, I love the colors. Okay, of course, the colors are a bit patriotic, but you know, I won't say it's patriotic, I will say it's color blocking. Very good. And I like her hair. She reminds me a bit of what was her name? Madame Hooch, the Quidditch lady from Harry Potter. Her outfit is, beside being patriotic because of all the stars and the colors, it's also for the LGBTIQ plus community because it says "In Gay We Trust," which is the play on word because in America it is "In God We Trust" on their money, if I'm not mistaken, which is kind of weird. I thought they were a secular country that doesn't have anything to do with religion and all that. It is just a law and the state is separated from religion and beliefs and things like that. But apparently it's not there, so it's quite common for them to use the phrase "In God We Trust," which makes it just perfect for this "In Gay We Trust" note, and I love it for it. I don't know who made it, that bag particularly, but I hope that more people will actually, buy it and wear it. It seems appropriate. And also, I just want to make few, honorable mentions, if you will. Some outfits that I just loved. The first one is the outfit of Yara Shahidi. I mean, she looks like a goddess, truly. Apparently, she did this outfit as an homage to Josephine Baker, this famous Black American entertainer from the last century. And I don't know, she really looks like a Madonna, not the Madonna pop star, but Madonna as in, the Virgin Mary and the Queen of all, and that kind of Madonna. I really love it. I think this outfit is super appropriate and it will age well. I don't think that looking back at this outfit 10 years later she'll feel any regret, because it's just something that we see constantly on the red carpets such as Met Gala, which means that actually, okay, yes, it might be a bit boring and you won't be as special as some of the other people. You won't pop into everyone's mind when they think about Met Gala outfits, but you're playing it a bit safe so that you won't ever be embarrassed of the thing that you wore, because as I said, she looks gorgeous, she looks like a goddess. I will give her a 9 out of 10 just because I'm not a super fan of the color of her gloves. And we have this woman who, I don't know who she is. Chiara, I don't know what to say about her. What was she thinking? What was anyone thinking when designing that dress? I mean, it looks like something of Jersey Shore, definitely. It is a jersey top, an actual jersey, not jersey material. It's all sequins, it has this long gown with trail behind it, and it's also shifting colors, and she just looks like, I don't know, a sports mermaid. If Ariel had a sister who was super into soccer, this is what she would look like. I will give this outfit a 2 out of 10. She is beautiful as a woman. She pulled it off, the silhouette and it all, but I can't. There's so many wrong things with this outfit. There was this dude, I don't know what, my brain just froze when I saw this. ASAP Rocky, whoever that is, he wore a blanket? A duvet. I will say it's a duvet. It looks like something that, grandmas make for their grandchildren so that they don't get cold when they're sleeping at their house. I don't know, it's just horrible. I don't know what he was going for. Power to him, but I don't see how this works. Not even on the red carpet, not in the anywhere else except at home, at your granny's. Oh, but I love this outfit. I also don't know who this is. Am I old? I'm 20 years old. I shouldn't feel this old, but I'm so out of touch and out of loop with all of the celebrities and popular gossip and things like that, yellow pages, that I can't. There's this man, Timothy Chalamet. Oh, Timothy from the Little Women. Okay. His outfit is so damn cute. I mean, it's super simple. It is basically a suit, but it's, suited for his young age. It's suited for his personality, I believe. And it's also up to trend, though. Those cropped jackets are actually a huge thing right now. And he's wearing white sneakers, white Converse shoes, which never go out of style, so he looks okay, I like it. This is actually a refreshment on the red carpet, and I will give him an 8 out of 10. Oh, I'm in love with this. This woman just looks like, I don't know, like she's ready to go to the breakfast at Tiffany's or something like that, like she's from the Great Gatsby or somewhere similar. Her name is Enochiai. She's wearing Oscar de la Renta. I'm really amazed with this outfit. It just caught my eye because she's stunning and the dress suits her so well. It's not too out of the way, but it's still special. It looks good on her and it's super elegant, so I will give her an 8 out of 10. Should we talk about Maize Williams here? I mean, I love that woman. She was so damn cute and relatable and all that, but now she doesn't have the brows. She literally doesn't have the brows. The outfit itself, it's, I don't know what it is, but it's, I think, appropriate for the Met Gala. She didn't disappoint me because of the look. I honestly didn't recognize her at first. And also, she didn't have the political statement. I thought that she was someone who loves giving political statements. I know she made that platform for young artist collaborations and things like that, and I really thought that she would use this opportunity to promote some of the values that she stands for. So for that reason, and for the reason of not having any brows, I will give her a 2 out of 10. Sorry, dear Macy, I love you, but not when it comes to this today. This is Rebecca Hall, and honestly, I'm not mad about this outfit. I would wear something like this probably. I don't know why, but it just screams, vintage slash thrifty meets upcycling. It looks interesting, it really does. I would lose the last layer, that brownish color, because it just reminds me too much of, old furniture from the middle of the last century. But the overall outfit is something that I'm really digging, and I would love to see something like this in the store, even though I can't buy anything because of the retail detox, but at least I could look at it, or try it on maybe. I will give her an 8 out of 10. Now we have Grimes. I don't know that woman, I don't know what her deal is. I know who her famous now ex-husband is, and the father of her child. But I'm not so sure about her Xena the Warrior Princess Game of Thrones meets Lolita outfit. I don't know what she was going for. Either was she planning on enrolling to Hunger Games later that evening or something like that, I'm really not sure. I love the fact that she's wearing a mask. I think that's a political statement in its own because, as you might know, Met Gala didn't happen on a regular day, it happened during the pandemic, and there was that backlash that they shouldn't be having balls and Met Galas and red carpets and things like that because it's not fair to the rest of the world who is mostly in lockdown or restricted in some other way. I mean, I know that most of them are vaccinated who attend those events, so they probably don't have to wear masks, but just to remind the rest of the world who are, the normal people who aspire and look up to these people that they should be careful. And for that reason, I want to give Grimes a bit higher grade. I want to give her a 6 out of 10. I hate her shoes. She would probably get a higher grade if she didn't have those shoes. See anyone else with a sword that day, so for me that's a big deal. Now this is an amazing outfit. It is a dude, a catch, who wore Michael Kors collection. She wore a suit, a power suit that looks amazing. I would wear something like this. I would get married in something like this, honestly. The pants are perfect, those white pants, very long with a super high waist, super fitted, not super fitted as in tight, but fitted tailored. And she has the bralette and the jewelry and her stance. It just, power to you, girl. I will give you a 9 out of 10. I don't like your haircut. I think that concludes this rant, this video. I don't know what this is. I've never done a video like this. I hope you will like it. I hope I didn't offend anyone with my ratings, with my comments or anything like that. This is all in just a good fun. If you did like this video, please let me know so that I can create more of them. There are many fashion related events and things like that could be perfect for this video format, so please let me know. And also I just want to say thank you for all of your support in terms of liking, commenting and subscribing to this channel. Without you, none of this would happen. We are this close to 100 subscribers. I just hope that any day we will break through that barrier and so that we could become a real little YouTube channel. Also, please let me know in the comments down below which of these outfits was your favorite and why. What is the higher score and why? I'm just so curious to find out. I think that fashion is a form of art and none is actually right or wrong when it comes to it, because we all do what we feel we need to do and that seems right to us. So don't think that because I discarded some of the outfits that those people should be ashamed for wearing those outfits. It's just something that I personally just wouldn't be caught that. And yeah, thanks to rich, peg the patriarchy, and in gay we trust. Bye!